on this issue?
Yeah, I just had a couple things and I don't want to be repetitive of what I've already heard, but I don't think blindsided is too strong a word to describe what we were faced with here, and I'll start on the smaller level, and that is I was part of the board decision to enter into this arrangement, and I have not heard anything tonight, and I didn't hear anything back when that vote was taken that would lead me to question either the process that we followed or the substance of that decision. I think it was a wise decision then. I think it's a wise decision now. Maybe, just maybe, when the Division of Pensions gets a look at this, maybe we get slapped on the wrist and we're told, no, you did this wrongly, or Mr. Nemeth's duties warrant him being determined to be an employee and you went about it the wrong way. Whatever the case may be, I'm also confident that the board will learn from that. If we're told we made a mistake, I've not seen, I'm hardly a veteran, but in a year and a half, I've not seen this board shy away from any issue and not meet it in the light of day. People can disagree on the substance of decisions that are made. That is inevitable. And we're willing to hear that dissent and to address it. But the process that we've engaged in, I think, is a good one. And we all read, I read on a weekly basis letters to the editor in the daily papers on school boards in other local communities, and I cringe when I see the public discord among those board members, and I think, thank God we're not operating that way. You described the story as it broke open. I'm not going to ask you how it broke open, but it's hard to draw any conclusion other than this was a crusade, a campaign on a single issue that no one here had any knowledge about. And that is not the way we should be operating. If you have concerns, bring them to the superintendent, bring them to the board. They will be addressed. If we did something wrong, we will take our medicine, and we will find out in due course, although I'm very confident that this will be much ado about nothing. But it's the way we go about it. And to look at the papers on a Sunday morning and know that we have a board meeting the next day, and to see an article like that, and Mr. Martinez used the right word, the way it was spun by the writer, because that attracts attention on page 1, it makes us look like we had some backroom deal to feather somebody's nest and the public is being fleeced. That's hardly the case. And I hope in the pension inquiry and the review of the process, we'll share all the details, I'm sure, that were shared with us when we made that decision. And again, there may be members of the community who feel that, well, all things considered, on balance, you really shouldn't have engaged in that type of, and that's fine. But I don't think there was not a hint, and I don't think there will ever be shown to be a hint of some secretive, furtive plan to do something that is not in this district's best interest. I think it was then, I think it is now, and the way we got to this discussion is, to use Kevin's word because it sums it up, is very discouraging.